Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Regina's World. Okay, so I want to say that first and foremost, thank you guys for joining me on another episode. I'm very grateful that you came back again this week. But for my people who normally tunes in on my channel, thank you for old and new subscribers. Okay. But I want to say this, so if you don't know, that I also do reviews on this one specific show, which is called Married at First Sight. And Married at First Sight, I've been watching this since season one, and I'm totally fascinated by the show and the premise. So I review it. I review it every time it comes on. So now it's in season 13. So when this season premieres and stuff showing, I stop doing story times and things like that for the next probably like 11 to 13 weeks. That part of my channel is on hold, and you'll get Married at First Sight uploads every Wednesday or pretty much Thursday when I actually watch it, and then I'll upload it to my channel for you guys' enjoyment, for people who do reviews and who actually watch the show and wants my opinion. So I did want to let you guys know that. So for the next 11 to 13 weeks, do not expect what's up on my channel already is going to be up there, but from here on out, there will be no new story times or anything like that. Okay. So with that being said, if you want to know my opinion on this episode of Married at First Sight, I'm not exactly sure what episode this is, but it will be down in the description box below. So let's get right into this review because I only got 30 minutes for lunch. Okay. Okay, so for those who do know, this is when I first started watching Married at First Sight. I skipped the beginning part, and I only started watching it when they go on their honeymoon. So last night they was officially on their honeymoon. So I don't know anybody's name, so I have my iPad here to help me along the way to get to each couple and my thoughts and opinions about each couple. Okay. All right. So the first couple I'm going to talk about here is a couple that I actually just adore and love, and probably which a lot of other people probably adore and love as well, and that is Bo and Johnny, the Asian couple on the show. First and foremost, my first initial thoughts of the Asian couple. Never thought I'd see it on TV. Never thought I'd see it on Married at First Sight. I just had an assumption of Asian culture that they're more reserved and things that they're not going to do reality, because you really don't see Asian couples, Asians in general, on like reality TV. So you don't really know how they really are in real life because they don't show that side. We don't know if they have a ratchet side, or we don't really know outside of what we normally know about Asian people. So it was first of all refreshing to see another race outside of black and white on American Married at First Sight. That was a kudos to Lifetime. Okay. And kudos to this Asian couple for being trailblazers, in my opinion, opening doors for other races to be on the TV show as well. So kudos for them. And it was nice to see, it was just really nice to see somebody other than black and white. Okay, so my opinion on these two, I think they are great, outside of their small quirks, because we all have them. I mean, she was very analytical and lived on an iPad, lived on a BlackBerry kind of personality, which is probably to me typical of an Asian, but that may be stereotypical. So if that is, I apologize to my Asian people. But if I'm thinking about an Asian in general, that's what I think about. That they are very organized, and they have their schedules and things like that. And that's not anything bad. It's just Asian people are very successful, and that's kind of how I view them. If that's not offensive, if that's offensive, I do apologize. But that's kind of how I view them, and that's not a bad thing. But him, he was so surprising to me because you could tell he was not raised in Asia. He was raised in the United States somewhere, right? He may was born and raised in Houston, but he has such charismatic, and he's so funny to me and so charming to me. Like, for him to be an Asian, I was completely attracted to him in general, because I'm usually never attracted to Asians, just my preference. But his personality drew me through the TV, and I was like, he is just great. Like, I love him. I love him completely. He's everything that I would want in a boyfriend and a husband or whatever. He's everything I want. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. And yeah, so I think them as a couple would be great. They have past history and chemistry from the past, so that's a plus for them because they're starting off with a foundation of familiarity. So they're not going in like completely of the unknown. They actually know a little bit about each other, and they have familiarity with each other, which is great. It gives him a little bit of a leg up. And I love his vulnerability when he was that on the beach and he expressed how he felt about her. I love that. I loved how he was open and honest with her about his feelings, and that was the most attractive thing that he could have ever done. And I love that he was trying to pull her, do something romantic and have a, dinner on the beach and all that other stuff. As long as he is patient with her, because I see that her major insecurity is her snoring, and if she sounds like my sister, so I really understand. I understand that he was trying to be, uh, supportive and stuff like that, but if she, I don't know how she sounds, but I tell you, I sleep next to a snore, and he's my husband. It is something to get used to. Number one, when you don't snore and you sleep next to someone who snores and you can't get any sleep. Oh, it's so many times I have kicked him out of the bed. I'm like, oh my God, shut up. So I absolutely get it. And the worst of the worst is my sister. Beautiful girl. Snore like a sailor. Like you can literally hear her from a whole nother room. That's how loud she snores. So I don't know how severe her snoring is, but I can understand her insecurity, especially when it's somebody that she doesn't know. When she's just thrown into it, and they have to just be exposed to her snoring. That gotta kind of feel, a bit embarrassing. Like, you go from hiding a secret into you can't hide it anymore because somebody you don't know, now you have to deal with them, see them every day, and they learning you every day. So yeah, I get her insecurities about that, but I think them as a couple, I think they're going to move past that. I think he's going to be able to deal with that and support that. He really wants her. He really wants this relationship. So I 100% think this relationship is going to work, and I can't wait to see what happens to them in the future. Good luck to Bo and Johnny, and I can't wait to see for the rest of the season how they play out for the rest of the season. The next couple, I'm just gonna keep going. The next couple is Marla and Gill, and that is this couple here. Jesus, Marla and Gill. So first, I don't know what her nationality is. I don't think she's black. I don't think she's white. I don't know if she's Mexican, but I don't know what her nationality is. Eventually, I'm sure it's gonna. Oh, she was Colombian. Okay. Okay, so she's Colombian. Okay, because I couldn't really figure out what her nationality was last night on TV. So, oh man, maybe that has something to do with it. but I mean, just him, Gil, love him. Like he's Southern gentleman, very handsome. If that was my husband, I would have been all over him the first date. As soon as I said I do, I probably would have been sleeping with him in the next 5 minutes we got into the room. Chocolate, bald, he's just everything. I'm like, so then you have this woman, equally beautiful. They're beautiful on paper, they're beautiful in photos. But her personality sucks. So you would think, I don't know what it is about her. Huh? I'm not quite understanding her plight, her, like, first of all, what do you do? Because let's see, does it tell me what did she do for a living? Because wants kids, blah blah blah. No, Gil is him, right? Oh wait, let me go to Merlin. So he was born in Colombia. Does it say anything about her? Okay, well, leadership coach, so she's aware of the importance of partnering and expert, holy believer. So it doesn't really tell me exactly what she do. Leadership coach, I don't know what that means. But she better make a lot of money, first of all. She obviously at some point had to make a lot of money or did make a lot of money or something because of how she is or how she come across. I'm not going to say I'm not gonna say gold digger because it doesn't look like she's out for anybody's money. It just looks like maybe she has her a lot of money and she expects to be treated as such. And I don't want to say that's a bad thing because it's not. It's not technically a bad thing if you have it. Hold on, get a phone call. Okay, sorry, I had a phone call coming in. So yeah, so he tried his best last night. Well, on this specific episode, to do everything to make her happy. I've never seen someone so damn grumpy in my life. Like she's grumpy as hell. I mean, there is no there is no wiggle room for her at all. Like it is absolutely her way or no way. Like sometimes I can get a vibe of their signs and that can explain a lot about their personality. Hers, I don't know what the hell she is. This is just a personality trait that she has picked up and men has allowed it. Maybe that's why she's single because probably a lot of men ain't dealing with that spoiled ass attitude. If he can, I mean, he did nice stuff. He did what did he do? He did the macaroons. He took her on a plane ride. And that would have been hella fun for somebody like me because I like that kind of shit. She didn't like it at all. I was like, what is her problem? Like she didn't want to come down for the fun stuff. She complained about the resort. I'm surprised he made it through this episode without. Hey, my lunch is. So I'm going to do the rest of my review from right here from because I got to clock back in a moment. So I'm going to do the rest of my review from right here at the table. Okay. So get good spot. There you go. So, but yes, I just didn't quite understand her. Like, how can somebody just be so damn like she just was mean just to be mean, and that's a turn off. And he was genuinely asking a question like, you know, I don't know what technically her type is. I don't know what she dated in the past or who she dated in the past, but she don't look impressed by him at all. Like she want him to be, even their conversation, she's like a Debbie Downer. She wanted this man to be like, she was irritated with him because she was like, he can be happy no matter what. He can be happy if he was at a whatever. What I mean, how can you find fault in his joy? Somebody like that will bring you completely down and make you completely miserable, and that is not somebody I would want to technically be around or deal with because he seems like a really positive person, and she is obviously a really negative person. So that there is a huge problem for me. If I mean, it was just hard to watch at a certain point because I'm like, it was irritating. It was irritating for me to watch him like get abused. Like he was just he was going out of his way to make her happy, and there was nothing that was making her happy. So I would say if he could, I don't think they're going to last. I don't unless he does something spectacular or she just really fall for him by the end of it. That's the only way they're going to work because she's at some point he's going to get irritated. I don't care how patient you are. Like I'm patient. I'm a Capricorn. Most earth signs are patient. But we run out of patience at a certain point, somebody who's just constantly about the negative, not enjoying nothing, can't make them happy. That's going to suck the energy out of you at some point. And he just met her, so he's trying to go above and beyond to, make things um, work. And he's trying to be nice. But if she continue on with this spoiled ass, arrogant ass attitude, oh, he's going to snap. He's going to snap. And that patience is going to run right out the window, and he's going to tear her ass off. He's either going to tear her ass off, put her in her place, and she's going to snap the fuck out of it, or she's not going to like it at all. She's going to stay in her ways, and he's going to leave her ass. It's one of the two. I don't see unless there's something strictly changes, I don't see them at lasting to the end. If they do last to the end, they definitely gonna get a divorce. Okay, since I'm back at my desk, I can't pick up my phone, but I'll say Michaela and Zach. So I'll screenshot it and I'll probably put it in like right there so you guys can see who I'm talking about. So Michaela and Zach. These two, I feel that I can't really put a gauge on these two yet either. I feel the zodiac though. That's what I do feel. I do. Can you hear me, Crystal? I do feel um I do feel two earth signs here, or earth sign, water sign. I think she wholeheartedly, she's either a Taurus or a Scorpio. But I'm really feeling Taurus here because of how she is and pretty much the things she said on the first on it. Was it this episode when she was asking, like, maybe it was last? I'm not sure, but it was something that I saw. They were asking about each other, personalities and stuff, and she was like, I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. Oh no, not stubborn, possessive. And then her title is stubborn princess or something like that. All things Taurus in nature. He is either a water sign or like a Virgo or Cap, because he has kind of the same demeanor, nonchalant. So, and he's not really that emotional. So I'm getting two earth signs here. So what I see them lasting depends on, it depends. I don't have an answer yet. I'm gonna have to wait on the rest of the season. But if these are two earth signs, they probably will last just because the passion is going to be between the two of them. But as of now, she was acting like a spoiled freaking brat. That's what she was. When she found out he had COVID, like, she was so concerned about her, which I understand though. Like, she was concerned about her honeymoon. She was concerned about her honeymoon and missing out on her honeymoon. So I understand her frustration with that. She was like, I got all these swimsuits for you. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't get it from him. You got it for yourself. And you're mad at that man because he got COVID. He didn't ask for COVID. So I hope in the comments, I mean in the like Twitter and Twitterverse and all that stuff, that she got read for her lifetime, because she should have. For that one, she should have. Because she didn't care about his health at all. And she was taking it so extreme. Like, you don't want to be with me. I can't be with you. He was like, I can't even be in a room with you right now. It wasn't because he didn't want to. It was because he couldn't. He's trying not to get you infected. And she was just acting like a straight up child. I was like, oh, she don't relax. Like, oh my God. So, but the end of it, they wasn't in too much screen time because of they wasn't there. They wasn't allowed to be there. They ended up being separated. I felt bad for that because she missed out on her honeymoon. So God knows how long they're gonna be apart, probably for the next couple of weeks. So that part sucks. I do hate to say that, but I can't say too much about Michaela and Zach. But yet, until they're back on screen again and we'll actually see them together again. But as of now, I like Zach. I like Michaela. Will I like them together? I don't know yet. So our next couple is Brett and Ryan. Oddly enough, I liked them as a couple. I didn't think I would. I thought they would actually be so mismatched that they didn't get along. But honestly, I actually like them. I like his demeanor, and I like how she are with him. Like, she's very patient with him. And he did. When they say he was like hard to open up and stuff, I had a whole nother vision in my mind of how he really was. Is he more serious? Yes, but I don't really see him like being closed off and having a hard time opening up. I don't see that. And I think the more that they're spending, he really says what he wants to say. I don't think he had no problem last night telling him that when we was gonna pretty much have sex. He had no problem saying that. He's like, I'm a sexual person. He said, I know this is awkward, but When are we gonna start having sex? I don't find him at all that he's, hard to open up. I don't see it at all. I think he's just more serious than some other people, but and I really like them. I mean, everything they did, it was like truly themselves. I have really nothing bad to say about Brett and Ryan. I really liked them as a couple. I can't wait to see how their relationship progressed over the season. But as of now, what I got from them last night, I really like them. I ain't gonna spend too much time on them. I really like them. And the last couple is Rachel and Jose. Those two is another perfect match. I think that they were perfectly matched. I think they're going to last for a long time. I think they're going to be together for a long time after the show over. I don't really see any really major issues that they have. I see there's a financial differences. He's pretty wealthy. She's pretty, she's pretty much okay. She's able to take care of herself, but she's not wealthy at all. And I think she's coming into that, dealing with that issue, not figuring out what's her place in this relationship because she makes all the money. And I understand that, but shoot, girl, let that man take care of you. You don't got to not work. You don't got to, shoot, if he want to pay everything, let him. Keep your money to yourself. He's not telling you got to work. You got to be a housewife. He's just saying, let him take care of you. He got the money. Let him do it. Shit, let him do it, girl. Let him fucking do it. But keep your damn money to yourself. But I think he's really lovable. I didn't really like him at first glance. But it turns out I really do. Like, I don't really have anything bad to say about either one of them. She was beautiful last night in her red dress. He went above and beyond for them. He listened very well. They have great chemistry. I think they have a great family and a great in the future. So yeah, I think she's dealing with a little bit of slight insecurity of her finances, and he's way beyond. She probably feels like he's out of her league. But men don't care about that. That's usually the opposite. Women cares about that. We're too good for him. Men don't care about that. And he's looking for somebody he can be with and share his life with. And so this season so far, I'm really liking the couples that they have on the season. I didn't really think I would, but I actually do. I like everything they're bringing to the table. I'm looking forward to seeing how the season unfolds. I'm not going to hold, too long or in depth because, everything was pretty positive last night. They were having a good time last night. The only bad thing was the COVID situation. So I'm looking forward to it. So thank you again. I'm gonna end it right here because I don't have anything bad to say. Once again, Bo and Johnny, I think they're going to last forever. Rachel and Jose, I think they're going to last forever. Brett and Ryan, I actually think they're going to stay married after the show. Off of first glance. Michaela and Zach, I'm unsure about because they didn't have a lot of screen time, and I'm just really not sure. Was it just 4 couples? Right. Is that it? Oh, Marla and Gill. That's absolute no. They're going to break up. If they're not going to break up halfway through the season, they're going to break up. But this is the one couple that's definitely not going to last. But that's the end of that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next week for another review of Married at First Sight. Bye-bye.